All those drivers, Troy, kind of leads us into our next story. The prices at the pump, my friends.
Yeah, they are all burning dollar bills right now because, filling up the gas. I didn't want to tell you, I did fill up both of our vehicles yesterday.
Yeah.
And I remember I turned to Christy, I was like, do you know what we've spent on gas today? You know, it's an ugly number.
It's crazy.
So average price of a gallon of gas in the metro area is now, for the first time ever, over the $5 mark.
So Arizona is about 30 cents above the national average, which of course got us talking, and you at home as well. Why is Arizona one of the most expensive states in the country to buy gas? Joining us live this morning, Dennis Hoffman. He's an economics professor at Arizona State University. Dennis, good morning to you, and thank you for your time, because I think you're going to hopefully share some insight. What are your thoughts on what is happening with gasoline prices these days?
Well, of course, fuel prices are up nationwide, as everybody knows. We're at or near record prices across the nation. And they're up especially high in Arizona. And there's several good explanations for why they're as high as they are. And then there's some unknowns. So it begins with the fact that fuel in the valley requires additives to deal with EPA issues around ozone. So that's why fuel costs more in the valley than it does in some places in Pinal County or some places in the rest of the state. It is also high in Arizona because of our reliance on California refineries. If we could tap into Texas refineries at a greater rate, and Tucson can do that a bit better than Phoenix can. That's why prices are 50 cents cheaper in Tucson. But it's not taxes. Most of the high states like California, New York, Illinois are driven by high taxes. Ours is access to refineries. And what's a puzzle, though, is why this relatively high price has persisted for several years, and then it really spikes during times of stress. And so it must be something to do with limited distributors in our network and inability to get cheaper wholesale gasoline to our retailers. And I think our retailers all deal pretty much with the same distributors.
So, I mean, to hear you, and from what I understand, there are two main pipelines that come into our state. There's the one that comes from Texas, and there's the one that comes from Southern California, basically those refineries down there. And the thing you talked about, the oxygenated fuel, I mean, we've dealt with that for years and years. But I never remember a time when we were so high over the national average. Haven't a lot of the things that you just discussed been in place for years? And if so, why were we about average or even below most of the time back then, and now we're above average?
Well, the above average piece came with some challenges with the Torrance refinery in California and with the oxygenated fuel issue, which is more like 2017. It's not years and years ago. Prior to that, we were, Troy, below average. You're absolutely right. I think the puzzle is why there isn't a bit more competition at the wholesale distributor level. Why does this high price persist? I'm an old guy. I remember gasoline wars back in the day. We haven't seen many gasoline wars, where retailers tend to compete with each other and drive some of these prices down.
I want to see loaf of bread wars. I want to see cucumber wars.
We need wars with gasoline and
We do. Now there is a little there's a little hope. We've got wholesale prices falling the last couple of days, so that might bring us a little bit of relief. But we need more relief. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, we do. Okay.
Professor, thank you so much for joining us. Some good information there.
Thank you, Professor Hoffman. Have a great day.
So I guess it is what it is.
I guess we're like skateboarding and, bicycling everywhere.
I was wondering where you're going with the skateboard.